From Tubra, our boy, Yamamunina, Makwaba, Edemoba, Owia Kaseɛ mfoni so, Emraso, se Omemu, Sembi, the edited, the Kappa, Dunfa, Kunrakute, Ediagu Memamu, Semfo Sabaya Kroji, Senyangu Ponisio, Yansia Betana Siena, Edimu Enchemunina, Yete Emamu Ewohono, www.owiatv.com, Sa Enso, and Adwenichem, Facebook. Owia TV, TikTok, Owia TV official, YouTube so Owia TV. Bomode na follow na share na like na fo adwenkyere ahodro nyina fatoɔ ɛfa ɛmayen ɛwɔ ɛhɔnom. Ye ka mo sɛ ensema ye de ba beso mo ene awie ɛdɔso pa. Na so de edi mu akote bi ene sɛ menemo ka sɛ Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama abomoden ama Sahara LPG vessel one more upper home entoma ewo Korea enye asem ketoa yebekɔ ne yakopie mu MPP amanyoko de nsɛm de ababeto dwa sɛ omeya fofi de nipa bia wɔn mu ewuye ɛwɔ nantom no wɔn mu pemu enkyiremu a ɛwɔ sɛ mpanyimfo di mu nkyiremu wɔn mu ɛde ɛba ɛwɔ hɔ no mu ɛmɛbura ɛpɛ kwan akɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ mɛbambo adwumakuo hu nsɛm a asɔre no ɔpanyi bia waben pa Dr. Ismail Norman, what they are to just one day, what the chitai at the ma Ora Mubarak, Muntaka, Muhammad, Ewo Jumedia, Awdwa Odieno, Ewo Honomo. Na enu muanu, and a Mubarak Muntaka dia tuja, se Obenya, Nanka, Obia war peso ye Juma, Ewo Bambo Jumekunu, Nanka, Wafano, Ewo Ehono. Madame P. Ena Ekawe Mwa, Yayan Sekasia, don't reba kwe di enemy, Yade Ebremo, Yemfanasie. Emfa Emma Jabira Bank. A one more asoya sisika semu dwedie womo ai de danso e wo mafomu enyina wadaroma ene one more bie wo makwaba mu a one mu kiremu a wonso betimi aba shareholder na empanyimfo a eye sika kra bie mu di mu dwuma no wonso abeka ho abra wo to shells no eno ntu betimi adale star 389 star 984 hash na wa follow instructions no what to them office wo ka mu afuo mu kra na wa to shells no wawie emfaso bebre ene wo no abaso body scholarship nom ne ade a obetumi di ama wo manom ade akọ school ene ade nyina eka ho sa enso na fixed deposit account wa makwan bosome miensa bosome nsia ene bosome dumienu ene ye bewu se bebre no anyamfaso bebre enso ade afiri ho a enye asem ketwa fresika kra bia ewo 0242 387498 0242387498 na anyone mu eni kasubom ewo afei ententemo a kaseɛ no enkyiremu midi ene abusia pani ousu ediomi Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama said ya yaka kye mo dada ni wo mai mu nafuonum na Korea wode nani akye mu ewo hono na nanu Owia Kaseɛ so yesade to monim se obebo moden ama okopiem ewo Korea wono mo adwumadie mfidi dwuma bia wono mo aye ho adwuma awie no omo pa ho ntoma no obedi animu bi no abo ho moden ama makwa akotwa homam ama bibia atimi akọ enkan na eno enenei abeto dwa se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama a friend is Sahara LPG vessel MT Asarimi Ghana one more abomode ewo Korea one more upper hontoma a che se ebebo adwuma wadre na nhwemu no echiremu a ene na ebebo modern ama from eja gas se kwan ye befa so na ebetumi afefa drubem no betumi ede ato apete ama mansa nyina enya bi ewo no mo ena John Dramani Mahama wonu mutwa homemode tudwa wo chiremu se nya homatwam keke enya ntoma pa keke ene omo pa hontoma na emum botaye titiru ene dwumadi omo pese edi ebetumi aboa ama adasa ho ato no enu nti ene omudi se dwumadi.
Today we celebrate not only engineering excellence, but also the power of partnership. The commissioning of this state-of-the-art dual-fuel, fully refrigerated LPG carrier reflects the collective vision and collaboration of key stakeholders committed to advancing safe, efficient, and responsible energy distribution. Through the West African Gas Limited WAGL Energy Initiative, this vessel represents a strategic addition to a growing fleet that is designed to support the evolving energy needs of our sub-region. Its deployment significantly expands LPG transport capacity and signals a new chapter in regional energy logistics. More importantly, it reflects a shared commitment to strengthening access to reliable and cleaner energy across West Africa. Access and the transition to cleaner energy sources remain among the defining challenges of our time. LPG plays a vital role in this transition. For millions of households across Africa, LPG offers a cleaner alternative to traditional fuels such as charcoal, firewood, and kerosene. Its wider adoption contributes not only to improved public health, but also to environmental sustainability by reducing deforestation and indoor air pollution.
Ghana Mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ena mote se wochemu eni hie ntia wonmo epa saa afidie yi eho entoma ewo hono na yeku yanimu no yenyina yenim se enanu ada ne beto dwa wo ma kwan ma obi a wo ye Ghana ni na ye bebuna wani gye wo pese wura bambo adwumakuo no mu na okoye adwuma no okofa ankrata ekowie ye aptitude test ye wonmo kotrotro ye wo internet so ne ade ehun se bebre na aba beto dwa se nipa bebro besempma henum ene omokofa ankrata enei wo mo akwanya aba e wo so obokọ na apomdin ye kone ye kohwemu medicals no eye empem wo ha ene enum ene ade a neno na aba beto dwa se enipa mpim numpe ene ombetimi afa wo mo na se wo mo kra na wo mo accodify ne ye koye wo mapomdin hwemu no eno kra no emu fakase na anya de ye befa wo mo se ne makoyi a eno na Ghana fo bi ma hyase ka kwan yo mo fa so ye ena kwotena computer nim ena fa ha sene ha ene ade a ti wo ma de kire so bo ne se mpase ne ma e de aso owura Mubarak Muntaka Muhammad eno na owura yi wabin ye pa e babambo ensem ne ade a Dr. Ismail Norman wo de atudwa se wone de ensiye enweta so agokoduro ene namye a owura Mubarak Muntaka e de ahyese adwumadie mu no amene ni age ho pa ekwan ya wari ataso na waye na adwen se ommo bia mfa kwabu akwan so ka na sichie bia wenyi otimfo tim oro ka fa abati no bi ana obi a bia woni sika bia na oye yi na obenya kwan akowuram na opese mu da ho na ye pepepe yo no wono de wode na chita e de manopa
of solving the problem. And I think if the executives put their heads together and Ghanaians put their heads together, we should be able to find ways to find jobs for the youth. One of them is for government to make loans really reasonable to businesses, captains of industry, so they can expand their businesses, long-term payment plan, moratorium for about the first year. You give $1 million, $2 million, 18 months moratorium before they start to pay back. And believe me, if government makes loans accessible to businesses, some of these issues can be solved, because government alone cannot create all the jobs. There is no country in the world where government is the major employer and is able to employ everybody. It's not possible. Even in communist China, private enterprise is part of the reasons why they were able to transform so many of their
and emergency studies wopanyini wono ena woye wono mu kendi for president ena yeteni nken se aban nko a baagofo ensa ensu nyame ani kata ewo nti aban nko anya de a nwuma mabunu epe wo memu no obetumi ayo ewo ehonomo ehwe owura Mubarak Muntaka won nsem ye mu no wode nsem de atwedwa akwesa rehosam ena wode twedwa wo chimu se de edika ka de akyeremu nipa bebro besempema yenum akofa ankrata yie emu wo ha ne enumpe ena kyese wonmo ko medical se emu empim numpe ena ebefa wo mu ne ade na kyese no kwasem nie twafa dodro na ena ato agu mu ka kre bi kitikiti mampore ena ombenya akwanya ewo na enu no owura Mubarak Muntaka de tudwa se no kwasem nie papa homa so oda homa so no enye nanum odenti o na ne yie yontia wono obenya ene enka wo bi obefa akrata bia na owo pe bia se wo pe adwuma no ko obefu bia nenso eba de sa entimi mane yi.
The police force that we have, the number that we have, just as I mentioned, 49,000 plus, immigration about 18,000 plus, fire about 17,000 plus, prisons about 14,000 plus, narcotics control about 3,000 plus. When you put all of them together, they are less than 100,000. They are less than 100,000. But even that, the wage bill on them is about 13 billion. So if the resources were there, I mean, I would have been the happiest person if we were able to recruit about 500,000 more security people. But let's be practical. Will our economy be able to absorb that? We all know that practically that is not possible. If you have a police of 50,000, can you really take 130,000 and add to an existing 49,000? So this is where we find ourselves, and I want to plead with the rank and file of our youth to appreciate that. That's why we introduce a number of other measures that we are hoping into the future may even help us as a way of screening them.
Mohammed ena mote se ode nkuntabudie edi egu won pese om ya posifo customs ene ade a won fa nkrata ene ade a ofri se kwasem ni enipa no nyina no ofa won a enyeye enti eye abotre ene wose ye de hwe na ye de ewo ewo no yento aso emfa emamo yenkoi na yenkopie mu ewo nantom abetodwa se efiada bosomi anayo obonimi ne da na tosu ensia wo fi champemienu ene aduonu ensia yi abra no manga na edi na fo fida no na atorenjem so atotememufo a wonmo nantom ama owura bia ye friend say Amadu Ibn Shamtu wa me no Kaseɛ akrabo aka no amoato anananom ewo ensiadu abusuafo ebosudwetire na kyese agyaadwetwa ena wonmu twa enya asem ketwa na kwan ye fa so ema sa tututu yi ekoso ema owura ya wo mu free say wono ena wokọ eba ema abusua enya bi edia enei wato anananom ewo nse do no akoya areho sempa enam so ama NPP amanyokuo no ukopie mu ewo mentifedo mantem aninti ne adwetwo wurwo mu de krata de aba bonten wo mu nsema wo mu kanyina nse se brebre emfri denkyra na wa ma amani emfra santemantema enko denkyra enti de wo mu kakosia ne se bambo adwumakuo afe won mo hwe atentre ne nso won mo modin ne sa wo hawia esi we wo hoyi wo mu mpenepo masibre anhwa na amwa
is shocked and appalled by the brutal and unwarranted shooting and killing of Amadu Ibn Shamtut, a hard-working family man with several dependents, including his wives and children, last Friday during the Independence Day celebration in this district, in Nantong district. We extend our deep condolences to the bereaved family and demand that justice is served immediately or promptly. Friends of the media, it is on the back of this that we, the new patriotic party in Northern Region, continue to express our disappointment for the deafening silence of the government on the prevailing security situation and the continuous killing of innocent people in Nantong. The incident is not an isolated case, and we believe it is a culmination of the government laxity in addressing the security concerns of the people in Nantong district. It's not a chieftaincy issue. It's not a religious issue, neither is it a political issue. It's a criminal issue. Yes. It is purely criminal that the person should face the full rigors of the law. He's a notorious criminal. Is he above the laws of Ghana? No. So we are demanding that he must be disarmed and prevented from visiting Nantong.
Nintini ayotwo rewo MPP amanyuko no mu ewo mentifedo mantan na mote bo mo kana won mu ekiremu a opanyina won mu de wo mani krutu awiso mienu santemo ede ahwede asi ne so na wo mu fise won odi awei eye owura bia wo mu se ye friend se chief ana se chiko na dodo na friend se wata wono ene wo mu fise odi nsemi wo mu se eyare wo sempa esanse October boso mi fi champim mienu ne aduonu nunu sa wo yo ne ye bisi ema owura bia ne friend se Ibrahim Seidu wono nso saa wono mu kunkuntro nti wedie wono mpre ema emfa ne ho enko nkodi abuzia ne nsamba ko a ejentra na ebo patabrebe sapo asote ene ye ne ho saka anwe pa aso samanta twe anya asem ketwa eye womo a wono che bode ene bode a abri English broni kan se plantain chips ye ne nei etwagu na ewo social media no so ne monten se womo de rubber ena womo de to anwammu na wono ekyese de ebe ya ebe den na grew no crunchy se de mo amakon school mo kano no ye bete na afei enwo se bio abaya bia wapre no amanufu agwo no echa eno ene neye enam so mo de rubber ne tumu na hwehwemu gu so a ne ho nsem bebre na agintra ewo social ne media no so enam so ama me no Kaseɛ panyin abedi echi Deputy Chief Executive Officer Woko Food and Drug Authority a Owura Roderick kwabena dade agyi wɔde nsɛm de aba beto dwa wɔse saa nsɛm na ɛkɔ no ɛyɛ de yɛte ne yɛsom kɛkɛ na dede kwa ɛna ɛkɔ so a nokure bie ne ho a ɛwɔ mu wɔse ɛyɛ nsɛm bi a obi pɛ sɛ ɔka no ɔyɛ wɔn nhwɛmu a wɔn ahyɛ ase a wɔn yɛ no ebesi saa me kyerɛ sɛ nokure bie ne wɔn a ɛwɔ saa nneɛma no so obi de rɔba ɛna de kyi nanso wɔn mu gu so a wɔn yɛ nhwehwɛmu mapa ɛde bɛkɔ akɔsi aseɛ na wɔn hu saa nsɛm na ɛkɔ so no nokure bie a ɛwɔ mu.
It's at the moment, emphatically, FDA, the obdibody friend say evidence. I say, sir, 7 years, Nipa can just like in the past, though, up till now. Yeah, Nipa no waka. Yeah, pro, yeah, be doors. Yeah, because obia okita evidence, be yes, on famra, na fe, yeah, na yeah, the kakra, yeah, no, yeah, who see you, whom be biasa.
Okay.
Yɛpɛsɛ yɛbɛbɔ nipa ho ban enti nkɔfoɔ nhwɛ ebi amere bi do munya time a yɛbɛtumi these days no yɛbɛtumi adi nkɔbɔ afa saa social media ne ɛho nsɛm a nkɔfoɔ pii ka na nsɛn ya bɛyɛ sɛ 3 weeks nie yɛte yɛfɛ sɛ obi a ɔno ayɛ ɛho video no say the video no maami bin and or market so ba no kra ye friend ye dada say investigation the akas obi of feel say bia ono ate e bia strange scent and as bibia nye obredu friend characteristic no o ma ye hu
Okay.
it's here the energy at the moment to say bia wo evidence wo keka no nti enu tell that be fast mark other areas especially sadia your friend social media. Young Cassie name social media soon na and then kware. But you ever say answer overshare and no make sure say asema walk and no quarry. Na uncle did part them and as uncle bar fear and panic. But the moment the Food and Drugs Authority, ye nyas evidence no. It will be of that evidence on your cell on family. Yeah, and then yeah, next open you start to see a year who
wono ewo Food and Drugs Authority Owura Roderick kwabena dade agyin na yete ne nka wode njema aba se wo mu de besi wo mu ebesi nei no won mu nsanka nyina so bia wo mu ni nyina so bia nti se wo se wo nyina so a ada ma fa beda wo mu na wo mu asade niema betimi akonkan ede ama ye nyina ewo hono mu Owia Kasamfonyi eswa na wani guso a wo hwe no aso guso a wutie ewo hono mu Precise FM 105.9 ehon so enam ho ma enye asemketo ewo hono mu a yenko yenim emfa emamo Civil and Local Government Staff Association yetwa wo mutia ye kan se krosake won ma pa da ye ama me no kase ye nyina ye nim se won mabu won mu ketem de afiri won mu nwuma ho a won mo twi wo mani senkrani oye ne ho ye wo po ho fo anu po mesima wade o mo se gon ya de o be ye adwuma ade ya ensenkanye bia wo se aban ne won mo kan fa won mu nwuma ho na fa wo mu sika dwete ho na ba mo won so ho ha wo mu no aban na twi nani ene wo bo mi mfita duku fo anu po mesima wade ho wo mu chemu na ama won ma wade kuregu won mu nwuma sei efia ye basa ama ebu okura ye mfa bi mu wo mu ene wo ma che twen na eno na entrance ma pa wo se ekọ na wo mu ne wo mo hwe apedie hu nsem so National Labour Commission etenase na omudi enkomo no ababeto dwa se Dr. Benis Wobok won mo echirem a ekwan na wo se mpanyimfo ani tin adwetwe ro mo free krosake eba no mbetenase no mususu adweto atwadwe no kra no wo matwi wo mani ebinum ama na eno nam so ama Owura Samuel Nana Entwi wono eka ekuwe yi ho woni Owia Kaseɛ abonkomo ama wakyerem senti a eneyie enema nkoyie mfa mo se aban no anya de ese wo kire bibia e kire se wo ahokekam a wo beboa wo mu wayi nani a wo mu nnwuma fa wo mu nnwuma ho enema nkoyie no wo toto no nsaba mu
Academic state authorities, even the handover notes now, this government, it was stated in it that is a closer issue that needs to what implemented. And I think they said okay, new minister by they didn't have a series of meetings. But do baby, I think that the system no will call for meeting over call ntene up ma ebia ene echina unse labor employer employee relationship here yenkoye to take a decision no enti say o de akwa afu na de no maso no na ka say odu ha no mesie na odu no wan so akwa na any player dey yaba
no cre
nkita hudie na akoso kakra but asa ye ne echina sa do bi mpona say family na ye kwa minister no oma kwacho what yes that's any break kakra ya dey yaba enti ye said ma notice on the 19th of February. Say on the 9th, they will strike 3 solid weeks ahead. The government machinery. But what we know is that government machinery workforce, in a close-sack members. Oko presidency, close-sack all the ministries, close-sack. The 261 MMPs in the country, are close-sack members. So yeah, we are deliberately trying to halt government machinery. What you say? So we gave 3 weeks prior notice, and Uncle Siaga. So we declared a strike on the 9th. They declared a strike. We met Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. In fact, our first meeting it was very fruitful, and then I think we were okay with the meeting, but to me, I concluded because
okay.
We had another meeting. That was NOH. And see, our meeting, no. We are supposed to have a meeting as NEC, National Executive Committee. Our meeting, no, so NEC. And yes, so we are going to have a meeting on.
For ora sambo nana entry na motese na one oman ni ya adubuache ewo owia adeche so na owia kaseɛ so yani etewo yeti yenko kwami radio akwabo
ma so aminia
so ho ye de
Nyankopɔn adom ho ye pa
wadama sese fan na wugina na de na ekoso mprempren
mini amame no wasese ya na wotwe mu aye free juanda so be kaya ye be ye report so edifa yenian Chris omo sabi no omatia na omo kire se enam nneema ba kwa na mienu bi nti titiru omaketua no empegemu a enam so ema omo dia to abaye no ka aba empemu mu abaye afi twemu ni enum ena omo ka mo se efi juala no omo de omo no begu from bra omo ko municipal hodo efi beventet asoya ahodo a wo asantmante mo meka ne se regional office nyina no omu nyina ye omade se omu begu from no and so ma ye beka ye no ye para ju o se bi aban bi ti omu ana ejo da le bon pempe ko ne mu no de hu se ko na omo etifi na omo ne
wa homa no redwe wa homa no bubu ne mu nti tane ho da ho me hwese fa why
ya mfi video ye
ko ma me hwe
ye chakra
ai Simon so
ya said ya na manugu so America no ye bon pempen na ye sa ti famu community pa hodo bi se so ame na fi ye ba regional coordinating council abehwe ye na said ya wo hwe ya perifo anase adwumayefo no hanu abo yo pese ubi rodma reception ho okudu ho mo a omo na nkese omo gi ho na efi bi so awa ho atu hu nsam eche wo de se wo beye ene kwankwa de wo bafa so nyina no obedu ha hanu nyina ayibi enipa nkese omo gi ho no ebi ani ho mo a wo ba beto omo ewo mo behu ni ma ko bi de nanso ni nyina mu omo kire se omo de so gire mi se abera ba omo kire se strike omo ko no de omo gire mi ekopim se aban be ye omo apede omo ne ye sa atu anamon empeto sa be duru birth and death omo ahye ya eno so ewo the corner about put them more ma e behwe ho so ye bedu ho na say atmamfu a omo no fi omo abro no ahodo so e ba say omo e be ye omo nkratae no o bedu ho no na no omo di komo omo fi ye nim da kopim say ye bia ye be bedu he e na akofa asem we nyina abayenti dodo no atete nkonwa so de ote ho no no ahu say watena ho abre obi meka se ho enka bi a che no no so say eso otu anamo sansan ti a ne se wasan ki the Obey so could be an Yamu, your cost like you, and it was not an Tibum on their chrono. I tell you how Eddie Ama at Memfois, and then the Baba to Mumia was putting that around here. Meaning, I over 2 or more said you move to in commercial and included one about Pemqua. Kasan Kwan or more Casanwa, as more kind of way, and say, almost there, a band, I say, to be a munia, a woman, and into embassy. I dear Petia, and I'm so Emma, and you are at Tiano, a bang and say, now, what will be a more from ye, and my sons will be a full car, a full quantity to be now, you need a house and the original office, no, who be her, now in Tata about a movie in 1 month, which me and you, a year at one, let us say, how do ye, papa, to make us a strike on holiday. Aha wo mu ye papa sabe ya menu kase ya o ma ne dem no mo sra ban se abanhwe no nye o ma faso ade emfa mo wo mo ko se ni nyina no e ya ade a e ha tememfo papa e wa ha
redu tememfo a bia ya wodro a ko ye nyina no wo hu wo mo no e wo ho no wo mo do so wo ho no manka wo mo be ye wo mu nyuma wo hu
Diplomat ba se ke fu ho ma ne krata se medical ke ne krata se mi yan o ba be dis mo akwanche obi su ho ma ye wi o ba beje eno so so obedu ha ma ayet sen esan se di obi ya ma no eni ha ena di oru be so so ama ye bi ya print bi ma no so a ono so eni ha ti obedu ha ma meka se municipal ena fi regional coordinating council ko ho jan no sisi o ma ti o se gu mo chi nti so bi kra na mo ho no nka bi a ya enya ade a e hye no se o yen se fadodo na na ati wo mo se gu fo mo se obi entumi ye dwuntu okwanta kuro bi entumi mfa ho nkase wo no wo gyinem wa ye adwuma e di ama wo mi na amana ye de mu na be kan se omo etwan mu e na omo twan kotum se anokro no betumi aba be de dwese afi omo ensamra me ye adwuma.
Okay, yada se wie pa no amone bokoso anafo wani edi ache bibi be fratom fro bia na wato ye nkra e wo ye nsentro ni Kwame Redu ena ye ko no ho ba bia wabo anan akwakudu no odi mu nkomobo e de abre ne ye nto so na yemfa emamo enka na ekotoka wiem hyen ginabia ene Accra na se enka wiem hyen ginabia se de edi ni mpanyfo sesa no no na mpanyfo guso a won mo yo ne ma se de be ya 21st century se de ene ewiase aye no ne ma bekoboko ama akontufo a won mutu kwanye wiem hyen wodo a eba no so betimi adi ahyemfie ama ne ma akonkan je won frɛ ba bi terminal 3 e wo no mpache unnimu anha ho because kotoka na nkasa no ebi ya wo nko hoda na meme nko hoda eti terminal 2 no ena won muguso a won mo ye ho adwuma sade be ya won be ba ba mu ama ayewiem hyen awodro afiri nkrofo aman so akese ene nketo anyina benya no ho twabre na atimi agina ho ama neema atimi akonkan e ho no mo osoafo a won ene wo hwe ya hyen kobedie ho nsam so eye ononyamfo Joseph Bukari Nikpe wono ene wo de atodwo a wo kire mu sakia ne ke wo mu enim se enu aye kita won sabosome no enkowura mu aye wo mobobosome no mu no na eye ade adwumadie na wo mode awie kra wo se enkodu se wo mu wie na wo mu wie ne siesie kama no na ye se edin no nso aye Accra International Airport no nso no na eno nso won mo wie a eno ne ye betwero na afei ede egu ho no.
Here today to inspect the works that the contractors are doing to remodel this Terminal 2 and make it play a dual function for the people of Ghana and the rest of the world. You have gone with me on tour with all the airlines and we have seen the kind of remodeling we are doing to this terminal. It is our hope that when we are done, by July, I'm told by the contractors they will work according to schedule and ensure that we will put Terminal 2 to play its dual role as domestic and international terminal. We are sure by that time, everybody will realize that this government is serious to making sure that the aviation sector become one of the areas that our people will actually enjoy and work with. Today, I want to let the airline owners know that after July, some of them will be brought to this part of the terminal. It isn't that we are not appreciating their services. It is they who are making our airport function, and we want to work with them. That is why we've taken time, with respect to them, to go around for them to see, so that they can tell us areas that if they are not satisfied with, we are ready as a government to bring improvement to suit whatever plans they will want, so that they can also serve our passengers in comfort. And so today, with respect, we are here with all our airline owners for them to see what we are doing And in July, by end of July, we will be working here with them. If we turn to my left, we'll soon be passing there. We are holding the place for sword cutting ceremony for the connecting concourse and the bridges to the airlines or to the planes, such that we will now have a connection between Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. No passenger will be brought here and will have to, if you want to connect, you will have to go out our airport to come in again. We will have that connecting concourse and the bridges to our planes, such that it will facilitate the movement of our
Onyamfo Joseph Bukari ni pe wa mananso hwa na odi tudwa no chirim se mimi se ya enche me private jet bayi no nya se ba ya na ba bia na makopake e wo se minya ho nkrata a me di bedi dwuma na se bra no ehun sikasem ne ho nkrata asem no ekọ atwe na ewu a wasa akọ no akohyem kina doni kan se renew anase renewer na eno no odi tudwa wo chirim se wo a wo ankrankra bi mu hye bi pake a ho nkrata motwi moni ayi moni se nkrani oye no huye wopon wo se ene se mo anhwe na mo amaye mo nkrata asem no adwuma kwanya edi ama mo no ye beje afim se ene owiem chade ti se wudi kosi wudan so.
If you are operating with Ghana Airport Company, for that matter government, you have a license to do that. The question is to ask yourself, have you renewed your license for the past 4 years? If you haven't done so, it is not anybody's making. Have you paid the relevant taxes or fees that you are supposed to pay to government for the past 1.5 years? If you haven't done that, that should not be anybody's problem, because you just need to refer to your contract and see that the contract detects certain things to be done. And if they are not done, as a government and the Ghana Airport Company, we hold the right to either continue or revoke whatever contract we have with you when you have defaulted. And so I wouldn't want to go into much details, but what I know is that we had a license for him to operate a private jet. It is over 4 years that license is not renewed, and I'm not sure you will work with any company or any group that has not renewed their license.
We oswafo a wohwe ya kwan ene akwan tempo ensem so ononyamfo Bukari nikpe wono ena yete ne nka ewo ehwonom no yemfe ani enchiremu ewo MTN wonom asoye woma pa odwumadie bi ho ntoma a wonom fi se ebeboa womo na aboa Ghana fo nsu enyina ehwonom we kwan ya na obi pese ne sim card da ne fon so ne ma na kwanya ema otumi ede ko ebo homa to homa ne ade no bia na opese wosesa ne tebia no na wode ba MTN mu ni nyina no yise nipa kwachirika so se nchira ka ewo MTN wo office bebo ape so se ya apese na o masaline sa tenten wiabra ne na ebobo mu ebinim ntokwa bia bo nyina kopiem na no nei wo se abefo kwa so nya bire bia na wo so ma hu ahwam na wakotena enu nti wono mapadwumadie fufuri hu ntoma owura ye friend say ni adotemengo wono ena woye panyini kwankyerefo oba Northern Business District oda ano wose weni bema kwanya ama wa betimi atena wo dem ufie ba bia wo bia no na wa wotumi afa abefo kwa so na wasesa wose anya hwe no bosumi bia no wo mo sesa won mo semwo na wo mo de ba wo mo ye ho adwuma no be se empem ahanu aduonum 250,000 bosumi bia wenti na ho akohia se wo so mo de san hye yi ba na abre na aboa na atebre ene mompe so na nkyereka so no eso ewo won mo office ahodo
sim card wo sim yira ana se sim na expire ana bibia wotime most of the time oba your office CNC sama na the process is taking long say no you decide to na share customer in some until you say over top blank sim card our feel office so wo jomo na wa sim replacement so wo yam phone no problem so wo smartphone so no problem what to me so sign yama obi you know wo ta smartphone na obi only say e crown o sign to yama project from October by January 80,000 plus swaps successful. You know, we are very sure say we na ya any say across Ghana ye betumi ayo ba bia nti wo a women the branch bia se hunya no anso atosim afi ba bia wo se wo do ma wo be grow wo be tosim card wa wo fi wo kita smartphone wo to my MTN app wo timi ye so wo kita yam phone so star 133 hash e no so no follow prompts na e be ma wo timi ayo
adote mengo wono ene yete ne nka no na adwumadie na ase a Kumasi Kropo abedwakuo yie wode wani ekiremu a opanyina wono kokogiramu edema motafo pankro no municipal assembly wono ene okogiramu Abubakar Sadiq na eno no wode abaso bode ede ema MTN for se noa no ene die nkirinka so no ya hadwen to santen sa se keji fo wo mkwaji wo mkenti eno eche se enti we beboa pa ama twitwa ne maso
initiative. This occasion marks an important step in the continued advancement of digital and telecommunication services in our country. MTN Ghana has grown over the years to become a key pillar in Ghana's telecommunication industry. As a subsidiary of MTN Group, the company has significantly contributed to improving connectivity, promoting digital innovation, and expanding financial inclusion. Beyond telecommunication, MTN has also made remarkable contributions to national development through investment in education, health, and community development. This effort continues to impact the lives of millions of Ghanaians and support the country's digital transformation agenda. Mr. Chairman, today's launch of the self-service SIM swap marks another important step in improving convenience and accessibility for customers. In an era where digital services are rapidly evolving, providing efficient, secure, and user-friendly solutions is essential. This initiative will allow customers to replace or swap their SIM card through a simplified process, saving time and reducing the stress often associated with visiting service centers. I commend MTN for introducing this independent channel which prioritizes accessibility, stability, and proficiency.
Ya we tafo pankro no municipal assembly no panyina wotua ano Abubakar Sadiq won okogiramu edema yera ofori ageman kinzuba Kumasi Kropo abedwakoi meyo MTN for my ade na emom ya besre yese mu beyo na yesa ade sika ekoto data de aguso se de koy no na etwa ne ho saa data no na sa nso na wantumi anya hwe nhwe ho maye yakoy anim ya to aso de amamu Yenye nim say mampanyi John Dramani mama won bo che 24-hour economy no ai won mu guso a won ma ye ho adwuma kra dada mama mpanyi nso asan amra che bedwa nso awi won mo de eno ntim beka ye ebra na wo bo man ho nkomo e de akyeye state of the nation's address no wakan wo mu sisu dua e de tridwa na no wo mu ye mra che bedwa no guso a won mo twitwuntwa ne wo mo de ba wiye ehun tontotwe no ene nam so ama edom dodo no kandifo ononyamfo mahama ayarega wasori edi ejane namro so no akasa kakra edi afasa enhihye English buni kan say policy owura yin sama wo ka nyina ne say finhia beburu be say duosia nie ene awia koto ya isumba ya yapon ye nya adwuma biem yapon wo se ne wo mo yidi afiri ho enwuma wo se nipa yo netimi de mfaso de bre o ma no yapon ya tama so nti yapon eyi afiri ho no o se ekom eni bre say bebre we de edura ekom ni obiem ohia ni bre ebre we de edura ohia ni hobiem enu nti we nyina no ebeboa ama enwuma ye ne etimi akoso ye nya no moho na afei aboa ma maburu nso anya adwuma ye enu nti ene botai titiriwa sa 24-hour economy di bae nti so ora eya abakosem kase pa enu ochiem a aban yaye sanse de ada wo mfinhia be se adusia no won mo twem e de afepe.
With the passage of the 24-hour economy authority bill, we have unlocked the gates of productivity that were locked by the sunset for 60 years. Let me repeat them, Mr. Speaker. With the passage of the 24-hour economy authority bill, we have unlocked the gates of productivity that were locked by the sunset for 60 years. Critics ask,
Why a 24-hour economy? Critics ask, why a 24-hour economy? I tell them, because poverty does not take a break at 8 p.m. Hunger does not sleep. We are breaking the 8 to 5 shackles. Backed by an initial 110 million Ghana cedis, we are turning the dead of night into the bread of life. From the Accra-Kumasi Expressway to the Volivo Bridge, Ghana is once again a construction site. We are creating jobs. We are expanding businesses. We are not just building roads. We are building arteries for commerce. With 27,000 new jobs in our garment factories, we are stitching the fabric of a new middle class. We are rebalancing the scales of justice through education. The No Fee Stress initiative has already shielded 152,698 first-year students from financial exclusion, a number set to rise to 220,000 students.
For Mahama Ayarega oda edom dodono ano ena yetene nka no na yenko yanimwe yede ye ni kiremu ni nyina ene se wokọ na akopie mu ewo atoye emantam a mantam no musoafo enunyamfo Joseph Nelson obomoden ama akwa West African Mills Company ayetwantia na ye kan se WAPCO na enumuo no ena panyimpa a woda dwumedi ya no abedi eche Deputy Managing Director Dr. Boache Dankwa ede ensemi a mekan ede eto nanim aban ya John Dramani mama ne da no de nja wodo bebredi aba ebeboa ama koko akuafo ani koko adwuma no etimi aye akono se obabunu bibie na eno enene ye wode atodwa se nja wodo a John Dramani mama ede ebaaye no ene wo hani chemu aduonu mu omusem se twe abo no wage atomu a ebeboa pa wode abasobode ma na emmom de ebanie wose ukọ West African Milk Company a wokọ takrade de na nokwasem ni ejigu ya che ayesa adwoguo a anya adwuma bi mu enu nti wo besre mampanyini John Dramani mama ene aben se wo mfa nam ye so ne nweta so nyensie nwum no mu ntutum ni kantentententem na wo modern se ye wo betimi ayo wose ene anya hwe no kra no empim aduasa 30,000 metric tons so eno etimi bo adwuma wadre ene akaba akopɛ no wapko 1 no eno na ye adwuma na nso anu mpo no 30,000 metric tons anka wose timi bo adwuma na ede boa no wanye chemu na aduasa pɛ ene timi ye ni nyina ne se koko na nkasa na wose wo munya na omu didi dwumadie no eni honomo na omu timi di akwakoye eno nti wode adesede etrosoafo Nelson Joseph Nelson anim na enkoto John Dramani mama anim na omomoden na omonye WAPCO 2 no ho adwuma.
We are actually really very encouraged by His Excellency's direction to process 50% locally. Ghana has the capacity to process 50%, and that will help stabilizing the economy. That will also help stabilizing the currency. We are also part of a project from the cocoa marketing company, Project Elevate. So it's the two cocoa processing factories in which Ghana Cocoa Board has a share. That's CPC and WAMCO, to find a way of getting more beans to both factories, to add more value and create more employment. Because I can say directly, the more beans we are getting, the more employment we can create. It's as easy as this.
For Penny Quancha for Pa, we managing director Nankasa WAPCO Frank Badna, or no Enna attending Case by Pradudo, one you may be brino, and only betting some more mafapa for be ama a human wakwa so at me at so. Na Nina Mono, Boache Dankwa, and so one no yen a bedi no, and so then Sabbat to John what they had said, dear, and they did to Uncle will be ya. And as I agree, the crown now was a car, and $5 to $7 million here, or Pepinum Edicosin so America dollar, a brobuni was a mon family, Namun Famishim, said a bear, Wamkono, won't bet me Eddie Wujuman etimi abwa, Amanema etimi akonkain, a honum nabwa, a momotimi a fancrophone sunum.
With revamping or retooling of WAMCO 2, we are going to revive secondary takrade economically. And that is what we need at the moment. With the government promising that we have to at least process about 50% of our cocoa locally, it means that Wanko have to be revived. So we need assistance from the government and any investor who is ready to invest in Wanko, and we can assure of direct employment and others. Additionally, the processing will be, because here we are going to increase the capacity of the Wanko to about additional 30,000 metric tons. So in all, we can go back to the olden days where Wanko used to produce about 68,000 metric tons.
Ya eno ye rabwache ene eteni nkandi nyina mu no osofo wono watoye emantem Western Regional Minister ononyamfo Joseph Nelson wono so abo won ma no ho ba na waka chem se aban no se de osi wa ahofama no omre omuni muntira.
I believe that with everything that policy seeks to do, WAMCO's issues can be taken up, strongly by that outfit, the 24-hour economy authority. I'm sure they will be interested to know how that office can help, proper WAMCO 1 and also revive WAMCO 2, as it were, so that we can operate fully. Everything we have to do to support WAMCO to be on its feet, I think we should be able to do that. And I'm happy that His Excellency is committed to improving the industrial outlook of this country. The industry will be supported to be able to grow so that they're able to contribute to the development of this country. So
Mantem swafo owura ononyamfo Joseph Nelson wono ena yeteni nkase wo se won mo bose aban no ebewyo na obewyo so amanema atimi akonka wode chita nyina edi ma wo mo yemfa rehusemi emfa ntoaso emfa emamoe yade ani echiemu ewo mankranso ewo ahafo South West na arehusam nkra firi wo ebeka Owia Kaseɛ echiremu a na ehye mienu akwakoka abom anase akonya nkwanhia amenam so no sprinter car yi bi konya nkwanhia no enipa maako dumienu na won mo aprepre mu odin pa enumu no enum kasai enipa benum na won mo so won matokra agyi won mo anka bia won mo afiri mu amana koye arehosem ewo ho no na won mo chema won mo didim ni kakra mo mo de won mo prepraye no bi aprekro no akwakoprem ewo mankranso aban aya sabia won mo ekwaji ayarhwe ewo etefo mo fanchemi enipa nummum na won mo prepare mu odin a won ntoy nyame kura ma ni pegu a won mo da mankranso aban aya sabia won mo eji ayarhwe ayarefo anasa ayarhwefo doctorfo ene anesefo ejina won mo so dendendendenden sade ebeya eniema betimi akonkan ewo so resede kwas afaso ema ehyen kodi nhyemu na dane butuye na ekoto ho mo ama apasinyafo a won mo atimu aprepre ya yesre nyame se wonhwe won mo so na omo ahoden no ma ahwefo yi anasa yarehwefo a doctorfo ne anesefo yi ehunkan a ombetimi ede abo ma mo sorry eja won na amro so yebesa hyenkafo nso se madaroma mankranso ekwan no beebi wo ha ya na nye ene ade beebi won so kra bedu ne da so kakra nti ya mo nto mo bo ewo mirika tente no ene ade nyina mu mo ka no so mo so ya mo ncheke taas no ta na mbetu amotu ta na nye oyi wom ene sa ne ma nyina ye nto so na ye nku yenim yeko na yakwa kopie mu ewo enkrotoyi ye fe baako asemko botre na ebeto odwa se oyonde mentime wase asi ewo enkroyi mienu mu entem amenam sokra mu amakowi achi no na owura baako a ye friend se John Eko Alban wato nanom ewo nsiedo ewo saa tutura sama ekoso onye mfinhia aduanan enum ewo honom na waware eyerenum mienu anema eye maako enso kra ewo honom na eno na enei besi neye tememufo edaso a kyese hubua abo wo a wo mu hu ne wo mo nyomo sanse nipa maako du baako a na won mu susu se won mu bomu ene nam so ema assignment me wase sorry ye ewo nkrotuo mienu won mo ntem wo atwema ntem ho no ebesi nei won mo nhyɛ da hu ne ma ekoso ho enam so ama empanyimfo ani ntini adwetwe wuro ede nsam de ato soafo wo anim sɛ wo momodin na enam so ama owura Joseph Nelson a wo ye atwema ntem soafo won nso aka na wo de achetimemufo sɛ won mo komakomanto mo yam kwan bi obefa so bi a ahwe se ne be ya atenten ne be ya adwuma no eno so obeyo
men kama samon wara ya kase yimpa 11 na ya chiwon 11 no nyina no wo nyina wo aban na akukuma aban onyiwo bedi last one ya chin ya kwachin wo kodiwa all the way ya kwachin wo kodiwa na ya ne bai nti nyina kire de aban yampa ndai na yampa ndaso ya nyama onye de danu bidina wada no fofa ho a sabi yankwenkwosihwe yenyu abrepa nti sabi wa obi egwana akwache kodiwa sanche baka de wa atrapo oko but yenwa the baby a ye hwede obia no ho bonda ma asam no mubia no yensabosuo no mona embranyi na eze
ja odonyamfo Joseph Nelson no na ni nyina mu no so ensem a ode kwoto dwani ano ba ode amatemamufo a wono mu ewo enkroturo yi mu no omo aso na so pamu anase akomapamu ana temamufo nso nsem a omo de ato
compared to the some called we have a big problem, so there was no any interpart for them. So for me, if I catch any Asam person,
because Asam go for amone ampata for akun. Asam go for amone Asam asa for akun. Asam go for amone butru for akun. Asam go for amone hunduma for akun. Asam go for amone anwo for akun. The sam go for we anya go for mutumi ni mutina. Mani ye. The sound we ano awadi bone na wadwane ye obi ano tu no ono aku nimba no abrewo peyin ono ano dwane ko ye na sasa nimba dise no wo pesa omo san ba omo ba na mo aboto na mo ndunye nwie ni so
mufo ensem bia mo de tu dwane no na wokopie mu a wo hene a wo kro a ye friend se botre wa nana eja bosie wono nso e de nsem e de atodwa so obesra ban no ebe ya nkomo mfa bambo wono mo post ni bi emfamra hono mo sane ebeya ebetimi aboa na abotemamufo wono mo kura ehu kakra
meguso hyeme manfo enkran se yi na yen hyeden na mom dia aka wa chire no na wase ne mpanimfo ye kro na ye bɔ ho ban na mom se ebeya den abɔ ho ban ani na efrin hihye ya ne ye mpanimfo ye de begu akwan no kure ni ye hanom security sem ye weak I sense say ne ekoso wa hano ansa no bi ndwane free hanom endru the district capital no na niama bebre asi ndi say ka menko asanka de asi ye betumi anya security post bi mpo ewo ye enclaves mu ha I believe say ebeboa ama sa niama bi sei no ebeba form because omo notion say ansa na police for free aguna nkwanta embra enclaves mu ha no na niama bebre asai nti abre bia no sa niama no etokoso ya de
onesi ni a ode nani krutu recent remienu santem hu sa mentime wase na ekoso Meredith Bisiu wono nso ese wode nananom eya adwene
we will like that one because when the incident happened our director he told us that if our security here is very poor we should close the facility and leave because if anything happened to us it has nothing to do with it. So we too were willing to close the facility. Meanwhile, if we close and something happened to anyone, where would they go? Because I don't think the cars and everything will be available for anyone. So we too, we plead anything that they will bring to help us, to secure us. Some of us, we are strangers here. We just came here to work.
Meredith na yetenin kano na yenko na yeni Yera Frederick Opoku acting Ghana Rent Commissioner yani ni nkodi nkomo ye nyina nim se won mo mera bi won ma esi adan wura no ekwan se won de dan ema ahan ebro busumi nsia den so de won motu agum won so mbe ye dwumadi bi dia fa ho ti yani ni nkodi nkomo Yera ye mo ha ema wakwa aba ewo ho no mo
Mejo sibi ya bema
na yemi so commissioner no eni enti na afei na sanjiche mu pese mutu ho anamo
Ejiri se dedi time mefa akwanya we funa machia Owia TV wana oti na miche obia na misachia obi biara se nakopon aboye ma afia kwa bebe na yugu but there's a lot of reform over. Yeah, I couldn't say a commissioner say I was say Ghana your mra idea juma a ball landlord tenant mobile omunkuta mudie how obia NCC obi fair play and the rent control and parameter the acting rent commission no will serve as the mediator to help them say misunderstanding and as a noble has some yet and branch on some yet and no be any some yet then so almost no they actually get so there was a prepare I draw with finish him.
And to say no, Madam Rumu, a dear say bi, and a moody egu aquam, send beya, a traman boy, and in fear would do ya, one more ye, and also a 2 bit metra.
They make Kenya Ghana no, Mammy per se, Messo Biamo Biamo, say Ghana, the Omra, Juma, a regulated landlord and a tenant. For over the years, 63 years ago, unfortunately, no. Quebec West Emrano, as a new asset, oh, landlord empire Juma, tenant empire Juma, and I basa. We and Yura, John Money Mahama, Ejina, to be so constitution, and the parliament. Eji, Kakami Timakan, and say, Mabai, you remember your uncle some years back. Now, here, there's some except say, it is a crabba. I am to say, you cannot continue to do the old things and expect new results. That will end judgment. And you know, most of it is a career balance. Hey, say, rent act in Act 220. No, yeah, just landlord the BBR or my mono. What did that hire? Oma, BBI friend of rent card. That rent card, you know, people beer, yet landlord at the every rent control. Na Oma tenant baako abra omo di information bi abegu so say enye adwuma no kiti oka ni na fo a kame ko say wa masa card na o ye tie mra kakra na omo obi dan a card na say within 7 days I also to be issue that card na ma tenant no na sika o je ye tenant adwuma o ye you know, and all this information, you know, Celebanta will be a bar, Yatimaka. But my Mrs. Subium, rent card, you know, a different from tenancy agreement.
Oh, okay.
Tenancy agreement, agreement, and people be obligation and right. They're not familiar as landlord. They're not familiar as tenants. Tenancy, 7 times of swan, as if it's Shabaka, Mamma Nika, not can you go any tenancy agreement. But red card no card everyday activity the AC of you no about change biana landlord change by also offer landlord tenant no now will change so it really not say if you must that card now I ma prepare is saying na be twa am obi amoto no tenant move landlord kwasia and now you say to move tenant kwasia they to be and say who be ban say I will say na tenancy agreement back home and as a back for commercial properties and a back for residential properties. Which means that according to Brano, so we will be called. Yeah, that one is a say. That's on Danemawa. Within our community, now should be. I also call register our agreement in our rent control. So they are. So people and Brano Swa. They want to now, damn it, we wait also yet. Where did any so yet? But what is so? So rent control, registered card now, and I said, tenancy agreement now. I mean, who say I was say, there will be book Branswa and then energy. Now, and then say, one this one is answer now. A bit to say, over to your penalty, and I said, over to me, over to Madam Muslims. We any no ma, Ebia, Yaka. And they're supposed to be able to know. Second, I want down by a year now. Go ye, dear. There's a fantasy enforcement. The TBD tax force, which are a brand new, no. Ometima could feel. I go stamp. over pen. I was like, I will be 6 months. What do 1.5 years? What do 2 years? All told animal component. And now so and the told animal. I'm say the good section.
Misa we said you see canny nurse and ye were men children in Jada so baby a debia shebiani adibiano. It was some of 9 namuko. Na quan ben number faswa. Sir, I would do education to Crumia Dina, no bet me, Abua Nina, Modimoni Kutu, Siakuni Ecoso.
I say, the minimum say, we see a bed of pure Abbott for council. Over the years, you know. Say, no, say, very soon, may try any approval from my minister, Honorable Minister Gilbert J. And a deputy minister and a housing ministry, no. And check, you won't up to be. So we are tenant for Kuma, over register workers on the Saka. A peer with Timu, the Eco Subiano, Bemio. Yeah, special code and as a number be a young tenant number. Sound number so long and so far as we are tenant on my own. Sound number has been so in our so we are tenant on 1 year. It does not matter, baby. Okay,
Nancy say, Monya landlord for Nechitadi. If you're rough, we want to much Itadia, a man say, I'm more idiot.
Let's say rough for a consultation. People want money here. It's yet and say, let's say, must start stakeholder engagement. Many are bound for a bit to say, my church, a chief justice. I can be honest, the Bayer Juma, Best Robula, Michelle, I'm a crime, and I'm woman. I'm a rent talks. Sabe, I said, do I check. But trigger for my IGP, the local immigration, the local Ghana Revenue Authority, Jerry. You feel no, they be share Buddha, they be share tenant, they be share landlord, they be share agents. Now your mom say, well, no, about boy in Aman or man, no, no, yet, man.
Okay,
you'll be just a reaction.
Okay,
you never profile. And the hey, oh, Casama tenant for, and now Casama landlord for, the prepare is a free. Okay, it took up in a boomer. You just say, I'm an IFA.
Mira Medase, and Obre, no Adaja, when you're the Maya. I was your way a acting Ghana Rent Commissioner, Ora Frederick Opoku, one any Ecobo and Como Ewohono, any and that is it. And you all Danya, Untimicasa no see Vama Busuminsia. Now, Banson and you also say, and if you're once, the Obanam 2 years and now Busuminsia, quay. Now compare the high a Bayru, young quay. I was young will say. Na yemfa awia prem to breka se na yensa kan ye don reba kwa ye de abesom yemfa ni nyina emrewiye se wo dasia na de aseda chenche de mu opie de to abekwa de bi na de ama ewra kuku ajando sa enso na akosua somua wono mu omukru chire buabo ansemi gu pono so wie ye to wo semfo pono ma yera Benedict Asante ye bo a obesa mukru ji se nyankopon nisuo wo mu ewie no ko MCR Oba wa director ye na ya Grace wona or director ye sa enso na video editing Yera Nelson Owusu aka Mr President asa enso na eba sound na Simon nana yawo lighting no sa enso na PK studio manager won no de ne mebobbo maso ho ne ade a abetra se akenka ma menso medi ene abusua pani Owusu adumi ye mamu nyina mo ene hwa wagi ahenewa